Okay, so when it comes to yarn, I'm using this kind of yarn, which is Drops Paris, and it is 100% cotton. It calls for 5mm hook, and we'll be using 6mm hook. You can use any kind of worsted or aran yarn for this project. You can also use different yarn, but then just know that your project might look different from mine. When it comes to crochet hooks, etc., like I said, I'm using a 6mm hook. Then of course you will need scissors, and I'm also using 3mm hook, and this one I'm using to weave in the loose ends, but you can also use weaving needle. So that's all. So I'm going to start with this color. You can of course use any kind of color you like and any kind of color scheme. And we are going to start by making a slip knot. So you take your yarn and you fold it like this. This tail is on the top, as you can see. And now this tail, okay, let me do it longer. Now this tail, you get here and you just pull it through, like so. So that's your slip knot. Now you insert your hook inside of it. If it is needed, you can tighten it a little bit, but this is quite the right fit. And we are going to chain 3. So we yarn over and chain. That's your chain. Yarn over and chain. That's 2 chains. Yarn over and chain. So now we have 3 chains. And now we are going to be working double crochet right in this very first chain. So we yarn over, go through the very first chain right here, pull up a loop that makes 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, like so. Then again yarn over, go through the same chain, the very first one, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now make sure you make 4 more into this very first chain. So now we have 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 chain. But this chain is not like our first stitch, so we only have 6 double crochets. Now you will chain 2 again. So chain 1, chain 2, and now turn your work around like so. And now we are going to, in each of the stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you will place 2 double crochets. So 2 double crochets here, 2 double crochets here, here, and you should have basically 12 in the end. So that's what I did. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 double crochets, and now we will again chain 2. So chain 1 and chain 2. Then again turn your work, place double crochet in the very first double crochet right here in the very first stitch. In the second one you place 2 double crochets. So that's 1, okay, not like so, that's 1, and that's 2. Like so. And now you will continue this pattern, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, so increase in every second stitch, and you should have 2 double crochet in the very last stitch to use. We now have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one will be basically the last one of this kind. We will again chain 2, like usual. So 1 and 2, turn your work, and again I will be working increases, but this time only in every 3rd stitch. So 1 double crochet here, 1 here, and 2 here. Then again 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, until you get to the end. And again you should have 2 double crochets in the very last stitch. Okay, let's take a quick look. So here I did one double crochet, one, then two, one, one, 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 and two. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and now I'm going to cut this yarn because I want to do a different color. If you want to continue with this color, you definitely can. And I'm going to still chain one to secure it a bit, like so. So this is our project so far, and I'm going to attach this color. You can do it however you want. I just like to go here through the very first stitch. Well, you also have to go through the very first stitch, but I basically just I just pull it through like so, and I just make a knot, one. After that, you can go back with the hook through the same loop, and you will pull up this loop, and you will make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now in this very same stitch, right here where we attach the yarn, we will make this kind of cluster. So yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, but pull it up quite high, as you can see, like this. Now yarn over and pull through 2, like so. Then yarn over again, do the same thing through the stitch, pull up a loop, pull it up quite high again, as high as you can. Yarn over and pull through 2. Then last time, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. And at this point you should have 4 loops on your hook, and you yarn over and you pull through all of them, and then you chain 1. After that you chain 1 more. Then we are in this stitch, as you can see. We will skip this one, and we will do the same thing. So yarn over, go through the next stitch, pull up a loop again, yarn over, pull through 2, and do this 2 more times. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all, and then chain 1 and chain 2. And you will just keep doing this. Again, skip 1, do another cluster, skip 1, cluster, and so on until you get to the end. So let's take a look. Here I have 3 stitches left. I will again place a cluster here, then chain 1 and place double crochet here. So let's do that together. I already did my chain 2 here. So let's do the cluster very quick. Like so. Chain 2. Sorry, just chain 1. Chain 1 and double crochet here in this last stitch. Like so. So this is how it should look like now for you. And now I want to exchange the color back to this one. So again I will cut this. And again I will chain 1 again to secure everything. Good. So this time I'm going to attach my yarn here in this free space. If you are here, then you just chain 2, turn your work, and start working your stitches here, like I'm going to show in a while. So just I'm going to attach my yarn again by a knot. So now when I'm in this stitch, I again pull up a loop and I'm going to chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I'm going to turn my work and in this same stitch I'm going to be working the same cluster as here, but instead of set of 3 I will do set of 4. So yarn over, go through the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, like so. Then again yarn over, go through the free space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 3 and we want one more, so yarn over, go through the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 5 loops, we yarn over and we pull through all of them, like so, and then we chain 2, 1 and 2. And this we are simply going to continue. So after you chain 2, you will do the same kind of cluster here, chain 2, and in each space, so cluster, chain 2, cluster, chain 2. Let's do one more together. That's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Pull through all and chain 2, and again cluster here. Just continue until you get to the end, and let's meet here. So I'm almost at the end, and I'm going to make cluster here, but then also make cluster here in this free space. So the last thing I did is that I pulled through all of the 5 loops like usual, and now I'm going to chain 1, and again I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to snip and I'm going to just pull it through and just tighten it like so. So this is our project right now. Now with this next color I'm going to attach it right here at the very first stitch, again with the knot. And now I'm going to chain 4 and make 3 double crochets in the very same stitch. So let's do that. So 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and now we will do 3 double crochets here in this same stitch. So let's start. Yarn over, go through this stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat that 2 more times. Now this might be a bit more difficult to explain, but it's not too difficult, don't worry. So now basically what I did is made a cluster at the top of this kind of cluster, and now I'm going to go and make cluster here, but I'm not going to make cluster on top of this cluster. Then again cluster here, and since I didn't make cluster here, I'm going to make it here. Then again cluster. Skip this one, cluster. So we will basically just be alternating, and the pattern is basically that you should have this kind of cluster in each of these free spaces, but only on the every second of this cluster. So now we have it. So now let's do cluster here and here. Here and here. I'm going to make it off camera. Now we have 3 clusters, one on top of this cluster, in the free space, Since we didn't do cluster here, then we are going to make it here, right here. So cluster of 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now we will make cluster here, not here, since we did it here. So here and here, then again here, and you will continue until you will have, let me see, until you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these clusters. So here I have 9 clusters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now since I last did the cluster here, as you can see, then free space, now it's time to again make it in the cluster. So here, and but here we will only do 2 double crochets, then 2 chains and 2 more double crochets. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 chains, like so, and 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. And this will be basically the pivot of your the corner of your bandana. And now we will continue very same way, this way, with the same kind of principle. Since we now did the cluster in the cluster, then we will make cluster in this free space, then again in the cluster, then free space in the cluster. And you should also have 9 clusters at this side, just like at this side. So I did my last cluster in this free space, and now the very last one I will make on top of this cluster. Since I did it here, then in the free spaces, now it's time to do it also here. So last 3 double crochets, so the last cluster. Now the pattern is going to get quite easy. We are just going to chain 4. So we are just going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn your work, and place a cluster in each of these free spaces, so between each cluster. So here it is a bit cramped, but here it is also a bit cramped, but you just have to make sure that you have 1 in between of each cluster. And this row, it should still be 9 clusters, so you should have 9 clusters at this side and this 4 chain at the beginning. So just go and start making clusters here and then continue in each free space with cluster. So I already have my 9 clusters, and now we are at this corner right here. And here we will do the same thing we did here, so that's 2 double crochets, 2 chain and 2 double crochets. So let's start 1, 2, so 2 chains and 2 more double crochets. And then you can continue between these clusters to continue your clusters. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here let's finish together when we get there. So again 9 clusters, and now I'm going to make 1 more chain and place double crochet here in this very first like free space. Double crochet right there. Good. And now the pattern is going to go like this. You can obviously make this bandana as large as you would like, but for me, I think I'm already getting to the size that I want it to be. But I think I will maybe do like 2 rows probably. Now you will alternate between these 2 rows. So basically now I'm going to chain 2, and in this very first free space right here I'm going to place a cluster, and then cluster in each of these free spaces. You should have 10 at this side and 10 at this side. Then you continue normally again in this corner, 2 double crochets, 2 chain, 2 double crochets, continuing the corner. Then again keep making clusters 1, 2, 3, 4 until you have 10, and then you will basically mirror what you have here. So you will just make your very last cluster in this loop. So that's one kind of row, and the second kind of row is basically the one we did right here, this last one, which is that we basically made not chain 2 but chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and placed basically the first cluster in the first free space. So basically almost the same thing, unless we are chaining 4 instead of 2, and the first cluster is a bit further, the free space is a bit further, and in this case it is right here, right at the beginning. So that's the kind of rows we are going to alternate. And like I said, in this row you should have 10 and 10. Then in the next one you will still have 10 and 10. Then you will have 11 and 11 and 12 and 12 and so on. So very quickly let me show you this row. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn my work and make 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets here, all the way, and you should have 10. And then you will again make 3 double crochets here, 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 until you have 10, including the one you will have in this last free space. Then you will chain 4 and again place the first cluster in the first free space. So let's continue, let's finish this one, and I'm going to show you the beginning of the next one just in case. So just like I finished this row in the very first space with the cluster, that's how I also finish it, cluster in the very last free space. And now it's again time to make 4 chains, and then cluster here. So like I said, you either start your row with 2 chains or 4 chains, and then just find the very first free space. In this case it's this one, but in this case it was this one right here. So I hope that is clear enough, and now you can just continue making your bandana as large as you want. So as you can see, I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of this green color, and now for me it is long enough. So let's get here, and I'm going to start chaining to make the straps basically, and I want it to be quite long, so I will probably chain like 60 chains, but this will be quite long in a way where it will be like laying on my shoulders, you know. So if you want it shorter, just enough to be able to tie it, then I think 25 to 30 should be definitely enough. It depends on how many rows you made of this green part. If you made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like me, then 30 chains should definitely be enough. So like I said, I'm just going to start chaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will simply continue until I have 60. Now that my chain is really long, I will basically find the second chain from my hook. So this is where my hook is, this is the first chain, this is the second chain, and in the second chain I'm going to start placing single crochet. So just go through the second chain, pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops here and over, and you pull through 2. Now again in the next chain, pull up a loop, 2 loops, and pull through 2, and you just keep doing that in each of the chains all over. So now I'm at the end of the chain. Let's take a look, and this is where we basically are, and now we want to continue this way and basically crochet in each of the free space. So I'm just going to make single crochet here, and in each of the free spaces, so it doesn't look like so rough, I would say. And since this is, for example, this is 3 chains, so there should be 3 double crochets and in each of these 3 chains, and then you continue all over, and we will once again meet here. So this is what I did so far, and now I got to this loose end, so I'm actually going to continue crocheting this way, but I will also crochet over it so I can hide it. So let's see, I will go probably here not there, here. Okay. Right there, and just crochet over it like so. And just continue with these puff stitches or clusters. It is more difficult to find the free spaces, so maybe you will struggle a bit with that. Like so. Okay, I think this looks pretty nice. And now again here and still crocheting over the tail. I single crochet all over, and now that I'm here, I'm actually going to do the very same thing like here. So I will just again chain 60, then turn back and make single crochets along the chain, and then when we get back we will just simply slip stitch here like in the second double crochet from your very first cluster, so that means here. So I came all the way back, slip stitched, and now let's cut it and chain 1. And since I weaved in, since I crocheted over my loose ends, I have nothing to weave in, so that's also very nice. So silly me, forgot about this loose end, so I will just flip it and show you how I weave in this one. Like I said, I'm using 3mm hook to do so. And let's see, I'm just going to go through few loops in whatever direction you want, it doesn't matter, and I will just get it through. Like so. Let's go a few more. So let's go also these two, for example. And I think I'm going to go through here. Like so. And now I just went like this, like I showed you. And now I'm going to go back, so I will just flip it like so, and now I will find some loops to basically go back this direction. And it's always nice to go one direction and then go back, and then if you can even go like this direction, then go back again, that's even better. So now I cut it, and you can really do anything with it, it just doesn't come out, so that's nice. So now this bandana is ready to be worn by you. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. In case you have any questions, then please leave them down below. And if you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. And I also would like to tell you that I post a tutorial every single week. So if you're interested in crochet and tutorials, then please consider leaving a subscribe. So yeah, that's all, and I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, or whatever it is where you are. Bye!